We are back with one more match. Orine from North Carolina State against Yarbrough from Virginia. Christian, Orine is from St. Louis. I know him very well.
Nice double leg for Yarbrough. Wow.
Good hips.
And this is what we saw 2 weeks ago when he wrestled Filippi, right? He came out firing, and it's almost like, right, Orine's got a game plan, but we all have heard that Mike Tyson quote, everyone's got a game plan until you get punched in the face. And Yarbrough throws a straight right hook to start the bout. Nice double leg, but the great
Orine
defensive,
parries it off, though, too. He's to the body again. Orine went to sort of that bailout headlock and then just squared back up and stayed fundamental.
Man, I'll tell you, if Marlon can start to generate,
oh man, that's 3 good shots.
Right, generate points from these attacks, right? He's going to be good. I mean, he's a young kid, and that's one thing that Coach Garland said, right? He has flashes of brilliance, right? If he wrestles the way he did against Pitt, he's going to be good.
Here's that shot, that last scramble right here. There's that high crotch, chase the go behind, Granby roll, comes out of it. That's what Coach Pop said, like, Orine does his best work when he stays fundamental. Like, even though he's good at some of the scrambling stuff, that's probably not the ideal way for him to win the match. I love Garland. He's still down there. He's coaching in the dress pants. You got to love that.
Well, and I recall last year I made a joke about being the best dressed guy in the gym, and Jack Mueller was number 2, but I will give you your props today, Mr. Mueller. You certainly have me beat. Looking sharp over there. So good attempt to get out of bottom and kind of switches to, gets back to the mat. Orine, good ride on top with that claw with the left hand, throws the boot in. And he's rocking the teal combats. Always got to give props to the shoe game. So he's looking to shake, kind of hit
He's
bump
grabbing his own leg to keep himself up in the saddle, which is smart. Trying to plant his heel and walk over that to keep himself high in the saddle. Crispy.
Sharp dress man with his UVA tie. Yeah.
You see the tie? The UVA, that is nice.
It just pops out just perfectly over the vest.
Just enough. That's subtle and clutch right there.
Jack Mueller, great guy, NCAA finalist for the Cavaliers. You know, set the world on fire as a freshman.
Got a cradle, Christian.
Yarbrough is long, so he's got that leverage here, and it's hard to kind of turn guys who are longer than you with that cradle, because you got to bump them, but they've got the leverage with those long limbs, and Orine tries to roll through.
He got his arm through it. He got to it anyway.
Made me eat my words, so we're in like a wheelbarrow position here.
Did they give near fall or no?
Yes, they gave 2.
Okay, and then the escape.
So 4-1 for Yarbrough, and if he gets the legs and just keeps his feet running, this kid could be special, right? But he's getting to the legs, and you watch his feet just stop.
Yeah, and it also feels like he's so used to being so explosive, like he's not grabbing at the joints, like cutting corners. He's, and that should come with time, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Right? You're going to see, and he's young, right? He's a freshman. He's going to continue to develop and kind of, I don't want to say it's a bad tendency, right? He's shooting double legs and hitting knee dips. And, I mean, his offensive output is a 10 out of 10 right now.
Yes. I mean, he's just got to work on conversions, but his aggressiveness is super good, right?
Yeah, and for those young guys coming into a tough schedule like this, aggression is often the issue, right? That's not the issue for Marlon so far. So 4-1 lead for Orine to the second. He's got choice. He's going to take bottom.
So the future is really bright at UVA, like 12 freshmen, 8 sophomores. I mean, 20 kids who count juniors, but I mean, like, they got 25 kids in the room that got at least this year and another year left, and 20 of them, and some of those kids are really highly recruited. Had a chance to talk to the Paulsons in the offseason, and they said recruiting went really well for them. You know, they did a few things differently, and they've got some big names in the room, some kids with some real credentials.
Well, and that's one thing that Coach Garland told me these last few weeks. He was like, regardless of what happens this season, you know, they've had some injuries, they're a little banged up. He says this freshman class could be as good as Jack Mueller's freshman class, who, you know, they had 3 guys who were All-Americans, 2 world team members, and that's a lot to, right? That's a lot to follow up. Those are some big shoes to fill. So quick stand up by Orine and almost just like so.
Oh, he fished the head.
Oh, good job. Swims through, and Marlon gets his hips a little too high, and now Orine
2 and 2
near
or 2
fall,
and 4?
2 and 4. So a 6-point reversal there in a match where we saw Marlon come out like shot out of a cannon. 10-1 lead now halfway through the bout for Orine.
Got to be able to withstand the storm early, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can beat them early, you can beat them late. Put that one in the paper.
There it is, yeah. That's a good quote, though. Yeah, like, or just hold them off early, too, sometimes, right? I mean, I think Yarbrough's in good shape, but it's just, you know, like if you can ride him and take some starch out of him, probably those doubles aren't quite as explosive in matches in minutes 5 and 6 as they were in 1, 2, and 3, or 6 and 7. So he's riding parallel, but Yarbrough's actually the one getting hit.
Yeah,
go crash arm tilt.
A little bit of extra effort there. I think he avoids that stall call, but he, you know, forehead in the mat, elbows out. Good job for Orine. 2:23 a riding time, and you got to go neutral here if you're Yarbrough and he does. Good footwork by Orine. Wow. Quick go behind.
Looking suck back.
Man,
he and Treifin have been working on that suck back together.
The development of Orine over the years, right? I mean, just remember watching him at the NCAA tournament when he was a freshman.
Oh, tilt, cheap tilt.
And that's one thing the staff of NC State just does so well, right? That, yeah, you get good recruits, but they continue to get better as they come in, right? I mean, I heard some people often say iron sharpens iron, but it's for these guys, it's like steel sharpens steel.
There you go. We got a contact lens issue here. That should have been. There's.
I think that was more like a YOLO brick, right? They gave him the backs, but they're challenging anyways because you can't take it home with you.
They're challenging that it was a 4-point near fall and the match should be over.
Ah, I see.
They have to be because they already gave him 2.
Right. I think they didn't believe he gave the near fall, so he.
Well, if they know he gave 2, they could take the brick back, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you can't take it home, right? You might as well say, let's see if we can get 4 out of it. Let's see here it goes. So they stick with their original call, 2-point near fall. See, as Yarbrough tries to kind of sit through where he gets pulled back. But switch, and close to a cradle, but good job by Orine, knowing the position, right, being aware of the situation. Go to an over-under position here now. Runs through it. And he's gonna maybe
so
get
17-3 right now.
17-3, but
so he's got the tech with the riding time, but he doesn't have the tech in regulation. See, that's interesting. So do you think the match should be over now?
Oh, no, because, I mean, Yarbrough could get an escape.
But he's got the point. I mean, there's the other argument, right? Like, you couldn't take that point off the board. He's earned it. I mean, it's an interesting conversation, right?
Well, I mean, what happens? I mean, he just got in a point, right? So it's not a tech fall now. And what if Yarbrough gets a takedown?
Okay. I'm not saying it's a tech fault. Never mind. I'm just saying if they call it, if they give him the point once it's secured, the match is over.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, Orine pushing the pace now, trying to get that last takedown.
Should be 17-4, right?
17-4 is the score. Yarbrough runs through, but runs out of real estate all the way onto the hardwood. And slow to get up is Orine. Rotates him in, lowers his level.
Got at the knee joint. That was really good.
And a little bit of blood time here. A little bit of cleanup.
So I think Orine is going to push hard here. Now the tech is the tech, right? Like, because it'd be 15 on the board.
Yeah. 19-4 with a takedown.
It's like blackjack. He had a soft 15 before. Right? He's like an ace-4. So doesn't count, but kind of counts. Good night for the Wolfpack, tough night for UVA. And UVA bounces back tomorrow, right, Christian?
Yep, they'll have another duel here tomorrow at 1 p.m. against, not so far away school with the American Eagles. New staff there, Coach Borelli, Joey Dance. Excited to see Joey Dance tomorrow. He will certainly be in a nice suit. I would like to see Joey Dance versus Jack Mueller. If the duel is tied, they've got to wrestle to see who wins the duel.
They could fashion walk for it.
So
they do their little moves on the catwalk. That's the final, 18-4. That makes the final 34-4.
That concludes tonight's match between Virginia and NC State. Final score.
So the Wolfpack takes it 34-4. And Orine walks off the mat, raising the roof.